Hey everyone, it's Professor Kettler. I'm going to talk to you about your Milestone project. So this is your first major project where you are going to be working on your environmental issue that you selected for discussion 2. And this is the topic that you're going to keep throughout the entire rest of the course. So when you are in Module 3, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll have your Milestone 1 worksheet, and you'll have a list of government resources, and then you'll also have the rubric. So when you open up the worksheet, you have a website link here. You'll recognize it because it is that PDF that had like the Department of Energy, Department of Interior, and I'll show it to you in just a second. And then there's this presentation that walks you through on how to complete kind of utilizing those websites in order to research your topic. So you can complete this assignment in another Word document, but you have to just make sure that whatever you do matches this paper. Most students find it easier to just go ahead and download this worksheet and then enable editing and fill it out. So let's go to this website right here. And what pops up is the PDF that you saw earlier, where you can choose from, the links and everything. And so let's just say that my topic is about climate change. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to see what the Department of Energy has to say about that. And so what I can do is I can click on, the magnifying glass, and that's kind of a universal symbol for search. So climate change. And see, we've got all kinds of things to choose from here. I can filter it by what I want to see. Most of the time I want some kind of document, not really a blog, because that's more like opinion based. So I can filter by content type, right? So I probably want an article. And so it all just depends on what topic you're looking at. Now, the other one that's really good is going to be the EPA, because they're the agency that's charged with protecting the environment. So if I search the same topic here, you'll see that there's, all kinds of things to choose from. And so, publications is probably a good filter. And let's just say I want, maybe, okay, here's a good one for Iowa, right? So I can use this to get the article that I need. And so what you'll do here is, you'll put in your environmental issue, so climate change. Local community affected is going to be wherever you currently are. So you're currently where you live. So, I'll just go ahead and put Raleigh, North Carolina, since that's where I used to be. And then the government resource is the title of the article that you're using. So if I go back to my, wrong site. If I go back to my paper here, we'll just do the cool facts about global warming. See, now this one's probably not a good thing to use because it's not really an article. So I'm going to go ahead and nix that. Where did I see? Okay. So I know this isn't for North Carolina, but so see, all kinds of things pop up here. We can look at environmental topics. Here we go, climate change. And then, you've got all kinds of things here. So let's just say I want climate change science. And I want to look at impacts, right? So I could use this page to cite the source. So I'm going to copy the website, because when you go to your paper, they want a citation in APA format. And earlier I showed you guys how you can use this website, Scribber. So if you just go, if you type that in to your web browser, this will pop up, and I'm gonna paste my website, right, where I got the article from, and I'm gonna hit enter. Okay, and then it pops up the website. I have to click that website, and it automatically fills it in for me. And so I can hit cite source, and there it is. And so I copy it, and now I can just go to my article and take that out, and I'm just going to paste it in there. Okay, and so, right, the title is Impacts of Climate Change. And so then you talk about how this resource relates to your environmental issue you chose. So like what did you pull up? Essentially, what did you take from that article that you're going to use in your topic? And then does the information in the resource apply to your local community or your state? And you're just explaining it. I would give about a paragraph of information here. You don't want to kind of undershoot it because that section is worth more points. And then you're going to do it all over again with another resource. So you don't want to go back to the EPA's website. You want to go to a different website. So we want to go to, excuse me, back to that PDF, and whoops, getting a little click happy. So I might want to go to, the USGS or the Fish and Wildlife Service, environmental enforcement, whatever I think is going to fit with my topic. The National Science Foundation is really good. They have a lot of different environmental topics there. So that's probably where I would go next. And so then you just basically do it all over again with another article. And you want to look carefully too, because for your final project, you'll be doing this anyway. So if you put more effort into this now, you have less that you have to do when you get towards the end of the course. So that's the first half of this project. The second half is going to be answering some questions. And so it says, respond to the following question using the government resources cited above to support your responses. So whenever you are looking for your resources, you're looking at them with these questions in mind. So the first question is, what impact has this issue had on the environment within your community and your state? So when we were in the EPA's website, and I said that it's affecting, North Carolina, I want some kind of resource from those government sites that is kind of discussing that. So if I were to go back to that site, I would want to kind of put that caveat in there. So I might want to say, climate change, North Carolina, and see what pops up. Okay. So there's all kinds of things in there, like an approved air quality plan is in there, environmental information, so all kinds of stuff. And then, like I said, going to like where it says environmental topics and kind of starting there can be helpful as well. It just depends on what you're looking for. So you can see here that an example has been written for you, and you want to be very detailed with this, and making sure that you're not just putting 2 or 3 sentences in here. You want to go into a lot of detail about what is the impact that whatever environmental issue you chose, like how is it impacting your community and your state. So not just your immediate area, but your whole state. Then the second question is, what impact has this issue had on human quality of life? And support with examples. So, what has happened, perhaps to human health, to, the ecosystem services might have, if an entire area has been deforested, that's a loss of aesthetic value as well. So you can discuss that as well. It doesn't have to be human health. It could be mental health as well. And then finally, the last one is, what impact has this issue had on the economy? Most of the time, environmental issues are going to have negative impacts. So finding actual numbers is helpful. and that's where those government resources come in. So you're using the two resources that you picked at the top to kind of help support you and answer these questions. Now, if you pull things directly from the article, you have to provide an in-text citation, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So you have an in-text citation takes the it's either the author's name and then year, or it's the organization name and then year. So an in-text citation for this one right here would be US EPA, because there wasn't an author, and then 2022. Okay, and so let's just say that we used in our example here where they said this release created many hazards for the surrounding ecology and coastline immediately after spill, with many more issues today. Along the Florida Panhandle and Tampa Bay area, there's evidence of oil and cleaning material embedded in the set. That's a bold claim. Anything that has a bold claim needs, and let's say you pulled that directly from the article that you read, so it just needs to have that citation after it. And that way we know that, you know, this sentence right here was taken from the article that you read. Otherwise, it's considered plagiarism, and we don't want to ever plagiarize, because then academic dishonesty comes into play and all of that. So yeah, anything that you pull out of those articles, just make sure that you have an in-text citation, and and that's part of your grading too. So just be mindful of that. If you aren't sure how to do it, I'm going to also include another video about that later so that you can see. And then Purdue OWL is another great place to go to. I'm going to type that right here. So Purdue OWL. If you just Google that, it'll pop up and it'll show you how to do citations really easily. But I'm also here to help you. Let me know if you need anything. Just make sure that you also review the rubric for this particular milestone, okay, because that's going to be your checklist, right? This is how I grade you. So just make sure you go through it and see that you have everything that you should have in the proficient column. And if there's anything that you're not sure on, just let me know, okay? All right, I look forward to reviewing your information.